November the 4th, 2020. Guys, you're looking at information coming from Sky Tower's Fox hurricane down in Florida. Also part of the National Hurricane Center information here. And we saw Eta come in as a very strong, right on the verge of a Cat 5 hurricane. As it came into Central America, then there were landslides, and I told everyone about this in the last video. I said with that mountainous region and that powerful of a hurricane and that much energy wrapped up around it, there's going to be major floodings. It could be some record-breaking floods, and they're having a lot of trouble down there, so keep those guys in your prayers and think about it. Now, the storm's starting to recurve and go back out into the Caribbean. By Friday at 1 p.m., it's showing a 35-mile-per-hour storm, which it is now, re-entering the Caribbean. Then as it moves up Saturday at 1 p.m., it's back into the Florida Straits at 60 miles an hour, probably cutting, according to this, and this will change some, across the Keys into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, right now, it's 35 miles an hour. It's moving west at 7 miles an hour. It has not made that turn back to the right yet, but they're watching the high-pressure system, and that's what they're going by. We got a wide range here, and the two that I've learned to watch the closest, the Navy model and the Canadian model, are both showing the storm coming very close, as far as the lines of their spaghetti model, close together over the Isle of Cuba. Then moving up through the Bahamas, the Canadian model moving right across Miami and into the Gulf. The Navy model has it coming up a little further east, up into the Bahamas again, and approaching the Florida coast from this side. And got some of those models actually indicating that as a TABS model, at that point it will cross Florida, come in across the east coast of Florida very strong, and moved into the Gulf at that point. But again, we can't let our eyes off of it now. It's late in the season. At the end of this month is the end of our hurricane season, and all of us along the Gulf Coast can't wait for that to be over. Now, I know that a lot of people's attention are on Babylon today, and you know what I'm talking about, because confusion is reigning. And the Bible tells us to come out of Babylon. Do not partake. But there's a lot going on. There's a big show being played out for everyone to see. It's called Bread and Circuses, as the Romans called it. And guys, it's just something that, it's a freight train. You can get run over in it if you want to. That's up to you. But you look around at your friends and family. Look at what matters. This big show that's going on, guys, is not healthy. And there's not a hell of a lot you can do about it. Everybody did what they could Tuesday. But right now, free yourself and free your mind from that stress. We got other things like this going on, and we've got a lot to look forward to. You understand exactly what I'm saying. But guys, again, the spaghetti models, this was 12 minutes ago, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're getting down to the timeline to where we can now, they will get more and more tight, these models, and we'll see what's happening. Let's take a look at the energy involved in the storm from one of the satellite images. Now this is pan way back, guys. We're looking at across a large area of our planet. Notice off the Baja, you've got a storm here that's very strong. It's going to bring some moisture into Southern California, into that Baja region. And depending on where this storm turns, you may have a little more than just some moisture. We'll see. But right here is basically the remains of a very powerful Cat 5 hurricane, Eta in the Greek alphabet. And the reason I'm zoomed out this far is to show you how much energy is still involved in the system. Look at that. Even though it's down to a tropical storm, there's a lot of storm energy, and that it's going to regroup with the energy that's behind it here in the Caribbean, and it's going to rebound again back out and up through Cuba, according to most of the models, and looks like it's going to take aim at either South Florida or Central Florida along the East Coast. Now, as we look at this map, we got it on November 5th. It's going to be November 5th at midnight. Let's just kind of play it forward and look at what the Navy is saying, or their models are projecting, guys. Moving up through the 6th, it's rebounding into the Caribbean, starting to form a very strong low-pressure center at this point. Check it out. The deeper blues going into the purple shows you the strength of the storm. Cuba takes a hit here, but as it gets into the warmer waters south of the Bahamas, it's becoming stronger. That purple you can see in the millibars of pressure on your right, purple is getting larger and larger, and the lines are getting tighter. So it comes up through the Bahamas. What does it do? Turns and slams into Florida right there. Full strength, very powerful storm. So as it comes in and pounds that side of Florida, according to this map, again, the Canadian model shows it coming in down through Miami and into the Gulf. The storm then rebounds back out into the Atlantic here. Moves up along the Georgia and South Carolina coast. That's the last frame. Let's back it up. Right there on November the 12th is where the storm is setting. Now, the low pressure is opening up, so you can tell by the orange area in the top right of this map, and it's going to follow that path. Will it come back into North Carolina, Virginia? We don't know yet. Again, we're still a few days out in this forecast, but this is what we're starting to see. Again, the Canadian model is slightly different. It brings it across Miami. Let's take a look at it. It's got a similar path. It's coming back off the coast of Central America. It's going to come back over Cuba, up into the Bahamas, come across South Florida, into the Gulf, and then catercorner back across Central Florida into the Atlantic Ocean. So, again, between these two models, we're going to get a very close idea of where it's coming. Each day they will become tighter. And but right now, all I can say is Cuba, the Bahamas, Florida, you're under the gun going into the next week. So just keep your eyes on the storm, keep your heads up, and be safe, guys. And again, let your mind come out of Babylon. It's a heads up. Be safe.